Hello and welcome back to Pushing Technology to the Limit. It's been a long while since I've made a video and due to family circumstances. But I have felt like I should get back in the game and start making some videos. Today I want to talk about internet and phone freedom. Are you sick and tired of high price cable? And what I mean by cable is the copper cable that comes from Spectrum or some other company that comes from your state. Well, stay tuned because I've got a lot of information and things that I've been doing since I have been offline. Last year, and actually this past February would be a year since I got rid of cable internet. This May, I got rid of my Spectrum voice. So, where I'm going to show you this is the equipment I've got. I got one outside and one here in my office. And I am quite happy with it. Now, I'm not here to advertise for T-Mobile or Consumer Cellular. I'm just telling you what I'm using. I'm not going to just say, well, you got to go with it. It may not be in your area. T-Mobile is very limited on where they're located. And if I go any farther than this house, I may or may not be able to get it. It's not like my cell phone where I can take it to another town and still get service. T-Mobile that's why, because they're a small company and they're limited. But on this street, I'm able to get it. So, I'm kind of going back and forth a little bit on all the stuff that's been going on here because I've got a lot. So, what happened? Why I jumped off from cable? It wasn't because of the prices. And the reason why I got off from the internet is because in December of 22, we were having problems with our internet, and we had a brief storm, and ever since then, it worked awful. And it was a lot of lag. The speed was correct. We were getting 300 megabits down and 20 up. And it was I don't know, it just took forever to stream a video on YouTube. With all the different things that we do here, whether it's phone services through the internet, Wi-Fi calling, it was just a drag. So in February, I got sick and tired of them pulling my chain and just saying, well, it's this and it's that. I bought not an awful lot of new equipment, but I've updated a bunch of equipment here trying to figure out my problem. So I decided enough, and I started using my cell phone as my internet provider for my network. And that would really have to be a whole nother video, but I do not recommend that because one thing I found out with Consumer Cellular is they say unlimited, but they cap you at 50 gigabytes, and I was going through 50 gigabytes faster than you could spit. And so this T-Mobile is unlimited, and I've done just about everything. I've done, VoIP phone service. I've done, watching YouTube videos, 4K movies, uploaded certain things. And the only time I really have a problem with T-Mobile is in the winter. And it just depends on how bad the weather is in the winter. Now, it can be windy. It can be raining. It can be that icy slop rain and not much change. But if it's blowing, snowing, and it's one of those whiteouts, I basically have no internet. And even on the cell phone, there is no internet. And I have, like I said, I've got Consumer Cellular, and I mostly use the Wi-Fi calling here. But this other consumer box I want to show you. So if you are looking to get rid of your cable internet, whether it's Spectrum or it's some other kind of cable company, you know, this is pretty much the way that you're going to have to go. And this is way better than DSL, because the first thing I had here was DSL, and it was horrible. And this is a little slower than cable, but it's way faster than what I've been experiencing, because there's no lags. I mean, yes, it kind of, you can see where the web page is loading, and that's fine, but nothing beats fiber optics. I was at a friend's house and doing some work for them, and they had fiber optics, and man, that 300 megabits was just like snap. The website was up before I could even blink my eyes. And with cable, no, it was just sitting there and it would just twirl and twirl and twirl, and sometimes it would even say no page displayed. So, and I knew that my network was working all right. So let me get off and show you the consumer cellular phone base that I've got, and then I'll show you my T-Mobile router. So right here is my consumer cellular home base. As you can see, it has two antennas. About the best signal I can get here in my home is 3 bars, and that's pretty good because there's 4 bars and I'm getting about 3. And I'm fairly well happy with the service, and I haven't had it that long, but so far I'm liking it. Now I'm trying to get my hand on the other camera here so I can lift up my base here so I can show you some things. And I've got a bunch of cables plugged in here, and so let's see here. So now, since I got it down here, you can see it better that it has the power. There is a battery backup. I don't know how long that will last, but I'm getting 3 bars even right here. And if I tip it up here, you can see that I've got, let me see if that will sit straight so I can hold the camera up straight. So you can see I've got the power cable, the phone cables plugged in for our equipment, and so far it just works as like Spectrum does. You just pick up your phone and you make a call out. And I'm actually now, this is kind of an off topic, but this is a Grandstream IP based phone connection. So basically I can send any like consumer cellular or my Google Voice, etc. to my IP phones. But that's another video. We're talking about the cell phone, equipment here. And so I got that just for signing up. Well, actually I already had consumer cellular on my cell phone, so they're about, as of right now, $15 a line. So I'm paying about $30 for 2 phones, which isn't bad. So let me go out and show you my router, and I'll explain to you why I have it outside. So here's my modem, and it's in a waterproof box and it's outside. And the reason why that I have it outside is to get the best reception I possibly can out here. And being inside, it does not work too well. So doing it this way, I've ran it for a year out here and it's fine. Let me show you the inside of this box and my router. So here is my T-Mobile router, and you can see here the box. I've got a cooling fan in it. I can get up there a little bit closer, but I just wanted to show you this this little router. And I put a cooling fan in it because this thing gets hot. So it basically has everything just like the cell phone does. It has a cell phone charger thing. It has the Ethernet. It also does have built-in Wi-Fi that you can't shut off, but I can't really pick it up from this distance in my home. So this is I have to just have it on my network in the house to be able to pick up the signal. So it's basically I got to have another router connected. And as here on this display, I'm not sure if you can see it too well, but it's telling me that I've got 2 bars. But when I had it on my phone before I started monkeying around with the height, because I've got it down here on my ladder, so it's not nearly as good as it was being up high. And so let me turn this thing around so we can see the back side of it. So basically it has your standard gigabit Ethernet ports and the power jack. And I would, so basically you can buy these boxes anywhere online, and what I did is I just drilled a hole in the side, put a regular computer fan in it. So if I get up here close, you can see that fan. And so that's that, and this video will be actually uploaded by this router and the T-Mobile internet. So now, since I've shown you the actual router location, let me show you the app on my phone and show you what it's doing. Because now, since it's up in that box, it's receiving 3 bars, and I'm getting pretty good signal. I don't have 4, and it's basically, that's kind of the standard around here, is that 3 bars is good enough. And it's just like my home base on my consumer cellular is 3 bars. So there's just something about this location, we don't get the actual 4 bars, but it's still pretty good service as is. Now I'll show you the app on my phone and give you just an outlook of what the app can do for you once, if you do decide to get the service, and if you can even receive T-Mobile. And let me get to that now. Alright, so this is my app, and it'll just, this is just for your usage. This is like your bills, you know, it'll say, you know, this is for your bill. You can manage your account. But what I want to do is go down to usage, and you can see that here if I zoom up on my phone. And let me, so I have no more. This is at the end of the cycle period, so so it tells me in a little graph what I've been using for you know, past months and the current month that I've been using the internet. And so there's other ways of managing your router, and so there's another app that I have. And let me see here, which this is your app here. It says, you know, please enter your password. I don't use it really. I mean, basically what you can do, this is just for like if you want to set up Wi-Fi settings and stuff like that. So I really don't need it, because I can just go to the login page on like a browser. So I got my Firefox here. And let me see here. And so here it shows me, this is just what the router looks like if you try to access the web page. Now, it's not like your typical router where you can, you know, do a lot of really cool stuff. And it tells me, and I think because it was fine before I took the router out of the box, I need to turn it so that, well, actually now it's getting 3, but basically, you know, I think I accidentally turned it, so it's kind of coming and going, but mainly I'm getting 3 bars on and today's weather is kind of overcast, so that's another factor to the signal. But other than that, it's pretty fast even on 2 bars, and I don't check that an awful lot unless the speed is horrible and I can't get on. One of the major reasons why I got off from Spectrum Voice is not because it didn't work right. It worked fine. But the fact is that a family member told me about how many customers Spectrum lost from last May to this May, and it was 30,000 customers. Now, if you have a landline number that you've had for 50 years or longer, or even 30 years, and you want to keep it, I recommend moving your services over to another carrier that will keep going. And I have no idea what the future for Spectrum Cable is, but I'm not too hopeful for it that it may not be around here much longer. And the way people are just fleeing off in droves makes me wonder. And the fact is that the internet doesn't work nearly as good as it used to. I signed up in 2019. It was 100 megabits. And I got 100 down and 10 up. That was pretty fast. But ever since they went to the 300 megs and 20 up, it works so much worse. And the lag and YouTube videos were buffering. And they weren't even the high quality videos I was looking. It was just looking at some personal interest videos that people have done. Kind of like what I do. That, you know, it's not anything HD. It's just a video from my video camera. So, you know, if you are getting tired of paying overpriced bills for your cable TV, your phone, and internet, I would look into something like this. I mean, I know that Verizon has fiber optics around our state, but they don't have it in this little town. And yet, I was talking to the guy out at the telephone pole and asked him about when they were going to bring it into the house. And he said, oh, they don't have any here. Well, they have the fiber optic poles on the ground. There was one right by him. So Verizon's going to take forever to get fiber optics. And if fiber optics ever got here, you better bet you that I'd hop on. Because it was way faster than cable or even the T-Mobile internet. Now, it's pretty good. I'm not complaining. But if the 300 megs that I was, getting on cable versus the 300 on fiber, and I know that 300 megs on fiber is so much better than the cable, I would get on. But anyways, I hope that it helps you to decide, if you want to keep paying for cable, or if you think that your cable service is not running as good as it used to, and you're paying top dollar for it. The other thing I should tell you about my experience with T-Mobile and Consumer Cellular is that it's a fixed price. So I pay $15 a line a month, and I pay $60 a month for internet, and it hasn't gone up. So those prices supposedly for right now are fixed, and they're not going to go up. And that's all I can say for right now, because that's all I know. I haven't experienced anything else. So if you have T-Mobile in your area, I would try it. I think it's about a 15 or maybe 20-day trial. So what my recommendation would be is how I did it is I left my cable on while I tried it. Now, what I did was kind of the reverse, because I was so sick of cable that I was using my cell phone for my hotspot. And I just stayed with it until I got the T-Mobile. Now, there's other providers out there, but there's very few that actually offer real unlimited internet, and T-Mobile does. I haven't experienced any slowdown because I've gone over a cap. I have no caps. So, that's why I recommend them highly if you can get it in your area. Anyhow, if you like this video, please like it and pass it on to somebody else that you may know that could use something like this. my hope for making this video was that I've been telling people around in my own town and trying to help them out. Of course, some people are receptive. Some people think that I'm just trying to make a buck off them. I'm not selling a thing. And that's what I tell them. I'm not selling a thing to you. I don't make a penny off this. So you sign up, you pay the piper. That is basically how it works. So there isn't me in there getting any money from you. I just tell it just to help other people out. So I'll be gone for now. I hope to make some more videos shortly. I got a bunch of things to do since I haven't been making a lot of videos as of late, but this is my first one, so I'm hoping to make some more. And I'll see you on the next one. And adios.